So how are the cosine curve and the sine curve related to the unit circle? How does that work? So here we've got up top the graph of y equals cosine of x. And remember, it goes through 0, 1. So when the angle is 0, the answer, the value of the cosine of 0 is 1. And if you look on our unit circle, you can see that it is the cosine, because remember, all of these points on a unit circle are cosine and sine in that order. And so when our angle is 0, the cosine of 0 is 1. And if we look again, the sine of 0, it says is 0. Now, is that true from when we look at our sine curve? Look, it does go through 0, 0. So here, the way it works is the first value here for any point is angle. Oops, we want it to look like this. It's going to be angle. And then the value of the cosine of that angle. And for sine, it's again angle and the value of the sine of that angle. So looking again, we've got 90 degrees here. Here's our angle. And on the curve, it says the answer to the sine of 90 degrees is 1. Well, let's check that. If we look at our unit circle, we look at 90 degrees, which is here. So it's this one here. Is the sine 1? And yes, it is. The sine is absolutely 1. What's the cosine of 90 degrees according to the unit circle? According to the unit circle, it's 0. Well, according to our graph, what is the cosine of 90 degrees? Well, that's here, and it is 0. So you can see how the two are related. All right, let's look at the next one. What is, for 180 degrees, the cosine of 180 degrees? Well, according to here, it's -1. We go over here and we look, this is all the way here is 180. So here, is it -1? Lo and behold, it is -1. It also tells us that the sine of 180 degrees is 0. Well, let's look at our curve for the sine of 180. Is it 0? It is at 0. So that's how the two are connected to each other. So if you've got something like 45 degrees, the 45 degrees is going to be halfway between 0 and 90 on the curve. So that's, let's say is around here. That answer for 45 degrees for sine is here. And that's going to be root 2 over 2. So that's how the curve and the unit circle are connected to each other.